She can read you like a book. She sees patterns you don't even know you're making. She's 3 steps ahead in every conversation. But ask her how she's really feeling? Walls, instant walls. If you've ever wondered why the most insightful woman you know won't let you see inside, you're about to understand. I'm about to show you the one vulnerability every Gemini woman hides and why protecting it might be the smartest thing she does. Welcome back to the Divine Gemini Psychology channel. Last video, we decoded her inner monologue, all those parallel thoughts running simultaneously. Today, we're going deeper, past the brilliant mind, past the witty banter, into the one place she guards more fiercely than anything else. If you're a Gemini woman, this might make you uncomfortable, because I'm about to expose the thing you work hardest to hide. And if you love one, this will explain everything that's ever confused you about her. Before we start, understand this. Her walls aren't rejection, they're protection. And what she's protecting isn't weakness, it's the very thing that makes her powerful. Hit subscribe, because this series is about to get real. Let's go. Here's the paradox that defines every Gemini woman. She has incredibly high emotional intelligence and incredibly low emotional vulnerability. She can identify your mood in 3 seconds, predict your emotional response before you have it, navigate social dynamics like a chess master, make you feel seen, heard, understood. But when it comes to her own emotions, she deflects. She intellectualizes. She jokes. She disappears. This isn't accidental. It's strategic self-preservation born from a specific wound. At some point, usually young, she learned a devastating lesson. When people see the real you, they use it against you. Maybe she shared something deeply personal, and it was dismissed as overthinking. Maybe she showed excitement and was told she was too much. Maybe she expressed fear and was called dramatic. Maybe she trusted someone with her complexity, and they weaponized it. So she made a decision, probably unconsciously. If I don't show them my soft parts, they can't hurt me there. And the walls went up, brick by brick. The first defense: turn feelings into concepts. When she's hurt, she doesn't say, "I'm hurt." She analyzes why she's hurt, the psychological mechanisms, the pattern it fits, the logical explanation. A normal person says, "That really hurt my feelings." A Gemini woman says, "That's interesting. I'm noticing a defensive response, which suggests this triggered an attachment wound from my childhood." The neurological response indicates she explains her feelings before she feels them. By intellectualizing, she maintains control. Logic feels safer than emotion. Creates distance observer versus experiencer. Stays strong analysis. Looks like composure. Protects herself. Can't be vulnerable if you're in research mode. But here's the cost. She never fully processes the emotion. She just files it away. And eventually, that filing cabinet explodes. The second defense: make everything a joke before it gets serious. Someone asks, "Are you okay? You seem off." Gemini woman responds, "Off? I'm completely on, running at full capacity." All systems go, then immediately changes the subject. Humor does 3 things for her. It redirects attention. If she makes you laugh, you stop looking too close. Maintains her image fun, light, easy equals safe relationship dynamic. Tests your depth. Will you laugh along or push deeper? But here's what she won't tell you. Every joke about her pain is a cry for help wrapped in a punchline. She's hoping someone will see through it, but she never admit that. The third defense: vanish before anyone gets too close. You've seen this. Things are getting deep, real, intimate, and suddenly she's busy, unavailable, distant. This is the Gemini ghost, but not the kind you think. She's not ghosting because she doesn't care. She's ghosting because she cares too much, and caring makes her vulnerable. Watch the pattern. Connection deepens. She feels something real. Panic sets in. This person could hurt me. Walls activate, create distance before they do. Strategic retreat, disappear before the inevitable abandonment. Loneliness hits, but at least she's safe. It's not about you. It's about self-protection through preemptive withdrawal. She'd rather leave first than risk being left. Okay, here it is. The things she never say out loud. The vulnerability beneath all the walls. Every Gemini woman is terrified, absolutely terrified of this one thing. What if the real me isn't enough? Here's what keeps her up at night. What if my complexity is just too much? What if when they see all of me, the contradictions, the mood shifts, the endless thoughts, they realize I'm exhausting? What if I'm only lovable in curated doses? What if my too muchness is actually not enough? She has spent her entire life being told she's too intense, too analytical, too changeable, too fast, too everything. So she learned to edit herself, to present the acceptable version. The walls aren't keeping you out, they're keeping her contained. This creates a painful split. Public self, witty, adaptable, easygoing, intellectually impressive, socially graceful. I'm fine. Private self, deeply feeling, sometimes overwhelmed, constantly self-doubting, wrestling with complexity. Am I okay? The wall exists in the space between these two selves, and she's exhausted from maintaining it. Here's what doesn't make sense. The closer you get, the higher the walls. Casual friends? She's open. Random acquaintances? She shared deep thoughts. But the person she loves most? Locked vault. Why? Because the more she cares, the more you can hurt her. Think about it from her perspective. This person matters. Like, really matters. Which means if they reject the real me, it won't just hurt, it'll devastate me. So I need to be careful, strategic, can't show all the mess, can't be too needy, can't reveal the insecure parts. Keep it light, keep it interesting, keep it safe. She's also constantly testing whether it's safe to lower the walls. She'll drop little hints of her real self. A moment of genuine insecurity, an admission of fear, a confession of complexity. Then she watches. How do you react? If you dismiss it, judge it, or use it against her later, walls up forever. If you receive it with curiosity, acceptance, no judgment, you just earned a key. But even then, she's watching to see if you'll weaponize it eventually. Because in her experience, everyone eventually does. Thanks for watching. These walls keep her safe, but they also keep her lonely. She's surrounded by people who think they know her, but nobody actually does, because she won't let them. Here's the cruel irony. She desperately wants to be truly known while doing everything possible to prevent it. She wants to be seen completely, to be accepted wholly, to stop performing, to exhale. But she's terrified that the moment she does, you'll realize she's too much and leave. So she stays behind the walls, safe, lonely, aching for connection, but unable to risk it. Eventually, this catches up. The walls that protected her start suffocating her. This is when you might see sudden emotional outbursts, the pressure valve releasing. Complete withdrawal, the shutdown. Breaking down walls impulsively, then rebuilding them in panic. A pattern of getting close, then sabotaging. It's not manipulation. It's a woman at war with her own need for safety and connection. If you want behind the walls, here's what you need to know. First, don't rush the walls. Trying to tear them down will only make her build them higher. Don't say, "Why won't you open up to me?" Instead say, "I'm here whenever you're ready." No pressure. Second, prove safety through consistency. She doesn't trust words. She trusts patterns over time. Show her that you don't weaponize vulnerability. You don't mock emotional depth. You don't leave when things get complex. You don't punish her for her too muchness. Do this for months, not days, months. Her trust is earned slowly. Third, call out the wall gently. Sometimes she needs someone to see through the performance. Try this. I notice when things get emotional. you make a joke. You don't have to do that with me. I can handle your real feelings. This tells her, I see your defense mechanism, and I'm not buying it, but I'm also not judging it. Fourth, validate her complexity. The fastest way behind the walls? Make her too much feel like just right. Say things like, I love how your mind works. Your depth doesn't scare me. You don't have to be light with me. Your contradictions make sense to me. When she realizes her complexity is celebrated, not tolerated, the walls start to crumble. Fifth, understand the withdrawal. When she pulls away, don't chase, but don't abandon either. Send this, I see you need space. I'm not going anywhere. Take your time. I'll be here. This breaks her pattern. She's used to people either demanding access or giving up. You're offering a third option. I respect your walls and I'm staying. This is revolutionary for her. If you're a Gemini woman watching this, I know you're analyzing whether this applies to you while simultaneously feeling exposed. It's okay. Here's what I want you to hear. Your walls made sense. At some point, you needed those walls to survive, to protect yourself, to stay intact. They served you well. But here's the question you need to ask now. Are these walls still serving you or imprisoning you? Every time someone called you too much, they were really saying, you exceed my capacity to understand complexity. That's their limitation. Not your flaw, your intensity, its brilliance, your contradictions, their evolution, your endless thoughts, their depth, your emotional range, its richness. You're not too much. You're exactly enough for the right people. I'm not telling you to tear down your walls completely. Walls aren't the problem. Walls that keep everyone out, including people who deserve to be in, that's the problem. What if you kept the walls but added gates? With keys you give to people who've proven they won't hurt you? What if you let yourself be fully known by one person, just to see what it feels like? What if your vulnerability wasn't your weakness, but your greatest act of courage? The Gemini woman's secret vulnerability isn't that she's weak. It's that she's so deeply feeling that she had to build a fortress just to survive. Those walls, they're not rejection. They're self-preservation born from legitimate pain. If you love a Gemini woman, your job isn't to tear down the walls. It's to earn a key. And if you are a Gemini woman, know this: being fully known by the right person is worth the risk of being hurt by the wrong one. Your complexity isn't a curse. It's your superpower. The right people won't ask you to be less. They'll give you space to be more. Gemini women, comment walls if this hit too close to home. And tell me, are you ready to start building gates? Everyone else, did this help you understand her? Share this with someone who needs it. Next in this series, why Gemini women ghost you, the real psychology. Because now that you understand her walls, you need to understand her disappearing act. Subscribe, hit the bell, and remember, her walls are protection, not punishment.